God! By all the beards of my ancestors! How did you... Where did you come from? You made a hole in my wall!
He reminds me of Mermaid Man from Lights Camera Pants. What the hell? Could be the same voice actor. I'd have to look that up. Yes, you should get it fixed. That hole leads to a tunnel in the Carta's hideout.
It does? Oh, sod it. If people find out about this, my business will be ruined. They'll think I have something to do with Jarvia.
You didn't know about this? Don't worry about it. Jarvia's dead.
Dead? How? Did you... You did, didn't you? You killed her. And then you climbed out of there into my shop. Oh, just leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with this. And if anyone comes asking, I'm gonna tell them you did it.
You know what? By all means.
You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of wrecking another part of my shop?
Do you have a daughter named Dagna? Let me see what's...
Of course.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Anything good? No. Okay. Let's see. I can get rid of a couple things. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Or not. He doesn't want it, evidently. But he'll take that. Don't need bolts. Not a good bow. Alright, we'll go with that. Now, I could talk to him about Dagna, but I'm not going to, because I actually will go to the Circle Tower. All over, sir. Who do I need to... I need to go talk to... Balin. So I gotta go back up to the Diamond Quarter. I have never had a problem with Dagna. Or Jahir. I need to calm down. I've never had such a problem with Jarvia. Like, that was absolutely ridiculous. Never had such a problem with her.
News of the hour. Grey Wardens approve.
Like, I heard that there's the potential that because of one of the mods I installed, that some fights are a little bit more difficult than others, than they would have been previously, because it fixes some of like the lag that certain enemies have. But Jesus, if that is how that fight was supposed to be intended, and what's dumb is, it was just because, like, Jarvia and Leske, because as soon as they were dead, the rest of it went flawlessly. Like, and I get, like, Jarvia was supposed to be hard. I mean, she was a, you know, cartel leader and all that shit. So, like, I'm okay with her being a little bit difficult. But Lord, and I am in normal mode, right? I'm in normal mode. I'm just glad I didn't have to drop to easy just for that frickin' fight alone. And I'm hoping that that's just that, and the deep roads will be fine, because we were flying through the deep roads earlier, but we didn't go into the deep roads. So I'm worried once we get past the Idukan Tig that, we're gonna be running issues. But anywho, Prince Balin.
Well, you've simply outdone yourself. They're talking all over the city about how someone finally went through Dust Town and slaughtered the Carta like Genlocks.
I did what you asked. Do you have my troops? They deserve to die for their crimes. I did what you asked. Do you have my troops?
Not yet. Killing Jarvia brought me greater favor. But to truly displace Harrowmont, we'll need something dramatic enough to end the debate forever. What do you know of the Paragon Branka?
She was a smith and inventor. She disappeared in the deep roads, just the name really. She was a smith and an inventor.
2 years ago, she heard of something the Ancients created. It inspired her to leave everything behind and venture into the deep roads. She is the only Paragon in 4 generations, and she turned her back on her responsibilities. A Paragon is like an ancestor born in this time. If she returned, her vote would outweigh the entire assembly. Anyone with her support could take the throne unchallenged.
So you hope to bring her back to endorse you for king. That makes you think... What makes you think Branka's still alive? Do you think she would support you as king? What makes you think she's still alive?
She had an entire house with her, dedicated to her protection. With the number of ruins still intact, they could last for a long time. And Harrowmont is looking as well. It's too risky to assume she's dead, only to have him take credit for finding her.
Fine, I will find her for you.
Then we will both go down in history as a Paragon's saviors. So far, my men have traced Branka to Caridin's Cross, an ancient crossroad lost to the Darkspawn 4 centuries ago. Her trail ends there. Perhaps with your Warden's expertise, you can find what my men could not.
Where is Caridin's Cross?
You must enter the deep roads through the mines. To protect the city, that's the only path we leave open. Caridin's Cross lies many miles deep into the tunnels. It was once a main thoroughfare, but before Branka, no one had stepped foot there in generations.
I'll leave right now to find her.
You have my thanks. Seek her in Caridin's Cross. I will try to delay the vote until you return.
And now I should be able to go get Ogden. Ogren. Who the heck is Ogden? There's gotta be a reason I keep getting that mixed up. Who do I know that's an Ogden? I'm looking that up. Hold on. This way. Ogden is from Critical Role. Uncle Ogden. That's where I was screwing up. I don't know why I kept...
All be aware that the Grey Wardens have aligned with Lord Balin. Be not afraid to follow suit.
Alright, so we've been given permission to go back into the deep roads, and because we're going explicitly
Endorse anarchy in Orzammar.
for Branka, we should be able to convince Ogren to go look for him. Or to go look for her, anyway. And then I'll finally be able to sell all this junk, because if I can't get rid of this junk at this point, we're gonna have a horrible time in the deep roads with a full inventory. Ogrim? Oh wait, is he waiting at the gates, maybe? I know he's required to take with you, isn't he? He might be waiting right at the gate. That would make a lot of sense, actually. To prevent you from missing him.
There you are. I thought I'd spoken to a Grey Warden, but for some reason I chalked it up to the drink. I know you're down here to look for Branka, and I need to ask a favor.
That's how you butter someone up to ask them for help? Why not? Everyone else does. You're Ogren, right? Aren't you her ex-husband? Why not? Everyone else does.
Name's Ogren, and if you've ever heard of me before, it's probably all been about how I piss ale and kill little boys who look at me wrong. And that's mostly true. But the part they never say is how I'm the only one still trying to save our only paragon. And if you're looking for Branka, I'm the only one who knows what she was looking for, which might be pretty sodding helpful in finding her.
I heard she was looking for some ancient technology.
Aye, lots of folks know that. But you don't know what, right? I know what Branka wanted, and how she was looking. You presumably know everything Balin scouts have discovered about where she disappeared. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck.
It's like we have a deal.
You should know that Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void, the secret to building golems, which was lost centuries ago. The smith Caradon built it, and with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the anvil. As far as anyone knows, the anvil was built in the old Orton Tig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caradon's cross. No one's seen that Tig for 500 years.
If you're married, why aren't you out there with Branka? Balin gave me a map. I can get to Caradon's cross.
If we're going, let's get moving. Branka's not gonna sodding find herself.
Alright, so I am required to have
Lost it.
Ogren. Ogren. Alright, gotta get rid of him. And I'm taking Shale. Which leaves one open spot, which might just have to be good old Win here, because she's a healer. And that'll be useful. Alright, what do you have? What are your skills? What are your talents? You're a berserker. And you're two-handed. Okay. That is a good start. That gets him something at least. That gives him enough to where he could technically equip the Cultist Greatsword. But I don't know if that actually counts. Like, it does, but it doesn't. I'm keeping that on me just in case. And in fact, I think what I'm gonna do is run back to camp if it'll let me. It might not, but I'm gonna run back to camp and see if there's maybe a ring I can get that gives me the +2 strength requirement, so he can put that on. That being said, what was it? You needed to have 42 strength in order to put on the Blood Dragon plate. Once I can get the Blood Dragon plate to put on, I'm probably going to give that to him. Additionally, I went ahead and gave him all the alcohol, so he's probably going to have a shit ton to say. Now, I don't know if he'll actually let us leave. There's a good chance he won't. But only one way to find out.
The Elder Mage watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask, what you intend to do with it.
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that.
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
Sure. Why not?
Pardon?
Oh, I'd give you a roll. Why not?
A roll?
Aye, anytime. Preferably in the dark.
I suppose I should be flattered.
I'm not sure I have the equipment for that, but sure, whatever gets you working.
Sure. Okay. Now I should be ready to head in there. Just got back from camp. He's completely decked out. I actually swapped Sten's armor onto him. That way he had the natural strength to be able to carry all that. That being said, I did also buy the whatchamacallit set, blood armor set for Alistair, and he's completely decked out in that. But I am saving the cultist set that Alistair was wearing for Sten or Ogren. Once they level up a couple times, and he doesn't need all this in order to carry his weapons. So, with that being said, we can finally continue on to the deep roads. So let us continue.
Be careful out there.
Goodbye. I also got so much room in my inventory, it's ridiculous. Now, I am going to stop by the Idukan Tig, because we did not finish exploring this. So we might as well. Alright, in fact, I also did not set your thingamabobber. You are going to be our defender. In this case. What if I put you as a scrapper? Activates Berserk instead. You know what? Actually, I will have you as a scrapper. You will be our defender, Shale. Yeah. That should be good. Is this the pathway? No. Okay. Just making sure. Alright. See what this place has to offer. Got so much space in my inventory now, though. Like, ridiculously so much space. I did debate going through and going to the Mage Tower to deal with Delirium, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, so I might just sell that off. But I think I get more gold if I actually carry it out. Granted, you know, it's probably not a great idea to give raw lyrium to a Mage Tower that literally just had an uprising. So untracked lyrium going into there is probably a bit... I don't know. I'll decide on that later. I have plenty of time. As far as that's concerned. Now, I went down to the right-hand side previously, and then we came all the way down here. So I'm going to try and go down and or left this time. To make sure that I cover those paths as well. And what do you know? I honestly think this is going to be 10 times better than how the Guardia stuff went. I think it's smooth sailing up until like the last couple bits of this area. Because the last couple bits of the area is pretty tough regardless of your build. So I kind of expect that part to be kind of hard. But up until that point, I think we're going to be fine. Absolutely solid. You tamed? Probably not. If I had to guess, you're evil. Yeah, just a deep stalker. And now he's
It's a fight.
bring it on. Yeah, honestly, if Logan hadn't told me I was doing things wrong with Shale, I probably would have been still stuck on Jarvia. Or at least I would have had to have decreased the difficulty to
Lovely.
easy. He certainly pulled me out of a pinch. Granted, I did still have to go back and get Alistair. That was unavoidable. Alright, so that all was just a roundabout way of getting back over here, so that leaves one little path right there that I haven't explored. In fact, can I? No, I can't. Okay. You gotta be next to an exit. Which is fair, that makes sense. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I'm just glad to finally be making progress again. I was stuck on that Jarvia bit a while. Like, I know I edited 90% of that out. But that was ridiculous. And that's blocked as well. Okay. There was no reason to come back here. But I wanted to be thorough, so it's fine. Alright, Caridan's Cross, a crossroad within the deep roads named after the ancient Paragon Smith. And we had to go all the way back up and then head over this way. That's fair.
Caridan's Cross. I can't believe Balin actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old Empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orton Tig.
Do you see any signs of Branka yet?
Not a one. But trust me, we will once we're on the path to the old Orton Tig. She was going to Caridan's home.
So you know where to go from here?
Aye. Branka dug up some maps of the ancient empire. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed now. But near as I can figure, we're on the right path to Orton Tig.
You know anything else about the anvil?
No one but Caridan ever really knew more than it had some kind of stone-blessed power. Every golem who ever ranged across the Empire was hammered on the steel of that anvil. But no one ever knew exactly how they were made. But Branka was sure she could find out.
Alright, let's go.
I've been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.
Well, glad I could, help out, I suppose. Road markers.
And so I shall. Of course.
Stand forever, guard the path, darkness grows, yet
Well, all right.
we hold. Same with you.
As you desire.
The darkest path is filled
Well, all right.
with sorrows, yet I will stand the test. Alright, you're a dwarf mercenary.
Well, look what we have here. Some of Balin's new toadies. Let's show him who's king.
Not Harrowmont. Not this playthrough, buddy. Better. Get the goons! Now that guy is healing them. So he needs to go. They'll heal. There's one here. I can't see. I wish you could. Everyone focusing on him. They'll heal. There we go.
Well,
Now we can all deal with the last one. I think the aura he had was healing them, and I didn't notice it until too late. Goodbye. Stamina drought. A rock knocker helmet and rock knocker gloves. We'll have to see if those are worth a damn.
And so I shall.
Health potion? Always good.
Retract a statement I made earlier. The Elder Mage is not at all like my former master.
Oh? That's a good thing, is it?
It is, unless you happen to like having your head crushed. Not that I remember doing that.
You know, I think I even remember who you speak of. His name was Wilhelm, yes? From the Free Marches?
It was Wilhelm of shrill voice and the control rod that he enjoyed wielding very much. Any more than that, he did not divulge.
Well, if it was the same man, he had quite the reputation. A scholar of some means who disappeared mysteriously.
Mystery solved. I killed him. I expect I smiled, much as I'm able to.
You do speak your mind, don't you?
Fortunately, no other part of me has anything to say.
Of course.
You know, interestingly enough, I don't know if it's canon, because they say if it's not in the game, then it's technically not canon, or at least it's tangentially canon. But apparently Wynn and Shale might be in Veilguard due to the fact that they were journeying through Tevinter at the time, or at least they had been spotted in Tevinter. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I don't know what the proof of that comment is. But I assume if it's come across my radar, then, or enough people's radars that that there were several posts about it, that it must be true. But hell, it could have been into Winter Nights for all I know. I haven't read any of the books except Stolen Throne. Which, speaking of, at least as of right now, July 15th of 2024, the first 5 books are available on Audible for free as long as you have a Amazon Prime subscription. I don't know if it'll be that case by the time I get this video edited and posted, but you know, worth the noting. Yeah, good thing that I did for Ogren is I went ahead and grabbed the Darkspawn rune off of Sten Sword, plus I happened to find a different plus Darkspawn attack. So he's doing like 16 extra damage per hit, which is nothing to shirk at, that's for sure. That is a lot of good damage. Stolen Throne was an extremely good book. It definitely makes you question whether or not Loghain is worth killing. It definitely makes me want to do a playthrough where we don't kill him. Although I don't think it's going to be this playthrough. Because I don't know if you can make Alistair king and keep Loghain alive. Or if you can, I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow the very specific set of things, because I'm basically going to do everything the way that I want to up until that point. And I don't know, because I've still not even decided if I'm going to harden Alistair or not, or Leliana for that matter. I haven't decided that either. I think I actually might keep Leliana normal. I don't know. Heal yourself.